Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name is Simon Gotzen. You're watching Simon Says at mtgoacademy.com. And Gatecrash is coming to an end. I think it's a great format. I love playing it. I played around 60 drafts, which is a lot, even for myself. And I think we've learned a whole lot about the format. We saw Return to Ravnica maybe in a different light. We saw how to evaluate cards, how important cheap creatures are, but also that the cards that give you utility throughout the game are just what makes this format tick. And of course we also saw just some very nice offbeat strategies. We saw cards like Spire Tracer and Burst of Strength be truly amazing. We saw the Evolve deck, the Extort deck, also the almost unbeatable Boros deck. So, and of course Gruul and Dimir just as well. So I think that exploring those 5 guild formats was very interesting and very educational. Not only learning for one format, but just making us better players, better Magic players, better Limited players, better drafters. And well, I hope that you agree with that assessment. Now, my plan is to start Dragon's Maze drafts as soon as possible, which would probably mean giving you a pre-release draft in 2 weeks. And maybe I have time to record a cube draft as well, which would be kind of a backup episode for when I can't manage to record one in time. I know that there's a lot of people that like to watch cube drafts, some don't, but it's always great to explore cube, in my opinion, and I like it better than drafting the old school formats. For example, a format like Shadowmoor Eventide is something I played a lot when it was live, but I don't enjoy it all that much to go back to it, because I always have the feeling that I knew how to do it, and I know that I could do it better, but I just forgot, or basically all the things that the format told us years ago has been lost to time. So as somebody striving for perfection, I'm not really into that kind of thing. I would much rather try out fun but also powerful cube strategies. Now, with Dragon's Maze on the horizon, my question to you is what your main question mark regarding Dragon's Maze is, and that is Dragon's Maze within the Dragon's Maze Gatecrash Return to Ravnica limited format. Are you looking at specific cards? Do you want to have an evaluation of the power level of cards like you see in the set reviews? Are you interested in the tempo of the format? Maybe your questions are completely different. Maybe you are interested in the mana basis, or just how to go about drafting. So if you look at a Dragon's Maze pack, but you know that it isn't triple Dragon's Maze, it's going to be Dragon's Maze Gatecrash Return to Ravnica. How does that affect your choices? How does that affect your guild positioning? And there's some very interesting dynamics which I could talk about starting in 2 weeks. For example, that usually when you go with 3 colors, you want to make sure that you're in a 3 color combination that takes full advantage of at least one guild in both Gatecrash and Return to Ravnica. So you don't want to be stuck in a 3 color combination which utilizes 2 guilds from Gatecrash, but then have not a single guild to draft from in Return to Ravnica. That's just one of the many things to think about, and I would love to get some questions, because your questions are going to fuel those opening discussions, and hopefully I will have time to make some more in-depth videos, maybe some slideshows, as soon as we start exploring Dragon's Maze. There's also going to be a Dragon's Maze limited GP, which I will be covering for Wizards, so looking forward to explore this format, this limited format, for you, but also for myself. I hope you are enjoying the show. I love making this series, and I'm very happy that I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from a lot of you. Enjoy the draft. Gatecrash is coming to an end, but we are still drafting on. See you next time.